Hi guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the last 20 days for the CMAT exam. Now we have got 20 days remaining, 3 weeks remaining for the CMAT exam. So how to prepare for that. So this video will give you a complete overview about what to do and what not to do. Fine. So let me start with the overview again. Now as of now, still JBIMS still leads as a number one college from which take the CMAT scores. Fine. Average package around 14 to 15 lakhs, followed by top 4 colleges, top 10 colleges, top 4 average package 8 to 9. Top 10 colleges average package 5 lakh, top 20 3 lakhs. Fine. Now, if you look at the cutoff point of view, 320 is the cutoff for JBIMS, which sounds a little bit easy as of now if you're thinking from your point of view, you might score. But just to remind you, the last year cutoff for JBIMS was 316, and Pratik Roth couldn't convert JBIMS even after scoring 316. He was home university rank 51. The cutoff for the home university was rank 50. What I want to say is that there were last year from the home university, there were only 50 people who crossed the magic number of 316. Yep. And if you have been preparing for CMAT off lately in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month time without taking too many mocks, and you still think you can get that score, fine. So obviously the picture is scary, the competition is high, fine. And the if the that's the problem of CMAT and JB, you need 99.95 percentile at least to convert JBIMS 90.95. Fine. So what I want you to do is for some time I want you to forget about this thing and think about how many of you have scored 80% marks in your engineering, BCom, BMS, 10th or 12th. Yep, almost 60 to 70% people have scored 80% marks. So just think about that point of view that right now you have to only score 80% marks. If you're scoring 80% marks in this exam, you are going to JBIMS. And trust me, JB and top 4, there is a gap of 5 lakh rupees for the rest of your life. For the next few weeks is going to define which college you're going to end up with. Alright, I'm a JB pass out 4 years ago, and right now everyone in my batch is earning between 24 to 30 lakh rupees. Fine. All of us started with an average package of around 12, and in last 4 years we have got around 30% hike. So probably around 24 to 30 is what everyone is in the range. Fine. That is the kind of a jump which you can expect from your MBA. Fine. And last one thing which I always say to all the students is that after your MBA, you will be paying more tax than what you're earning today. Yeah, that itself can be a very, very big motivator for you to study. Alright, so this is no kind of point of view. From the target point of view, you have to score 90 plus in maths, 80s in logic, 70s in verbal, and 60 in GK. That is your target score. So what I want to do is I want you to pause the video and do a SWOT analysis on yourself. There's a separate video for the health check. I want you to see that video as well. The CMAT health check video. Fine. Or a temperature check video. It's a very, very good video to give you an overview about where you stand and how much improvement you need. Fine. So now with 14 days or 2 weeks or 3 weeks remaining, let's see what you do. First thing I want you to do is complete your basics in next 2 weeks. If you have already done your basics, great. Do them again. Revise all of them. Fine. So if you're done with the basics, revise them. If you're not done with the basics, please do them. Number two, I'm a typical engineer and I always recommend doing the last year papers to pass your exams. So same thing I'm recommending here. If you have joined CCT King, your CMAT mock number 11, the basic mock number 11 to 20 are all actual CMAT based papers. So please go through those papers to get a feel of what is the actual kind of paper is coming. Fine. In last 20 days, I would recommend you to take around 10 mocks at least. Get to know where you stand. Third is improving your weak area. Identify your weak area and start solving them. Next is shortcut. Try to innovate, try to save your time, especially in quant area. But also you have to work on the verbal and logic section because verbal and logic section is always traditionally more scary or more lengthy in CMAT exam. Last is the mocks. So obviously you have to take a few mocks, but if you are joint CET King, if you're taking the actual papers, I think they'll be covering up all the mocks. So don't need to worry about that. So if you join CET King, your mocks are there around 30 mocks online. Fine, out of them 10 actual papers. So if you can start off with the 10 actual papers, there'll be a better option to do. Alright, so these are my 5-step approach which I want you to do in the last few days before your D-Day, which is a CMAT exam. Alright, now let's go deep down into one by one area. There's a separate video going deep down into this, but I'm going to give an overview. Now, if you look at the paper, modern maths and geometry, together. Modern maths is your coordinate geometry, inequalities, functions, graphs, statistics, all these things combined as modern math. Probability, permutation, combination is 11 marks. And your traditional arithmetic is 8 to 9 marks. So basically don't expect too many questions on ratio, proportion, variation, but do expect many questions on the modern maths, which is your main area of focus. Apart from the numbers, DI, equations, time and work, one question from each of the area. So not very important, but these two areas are more important. Fine. So now this is your homework for the next 10 days, 12 days. If you've joined CET King, these are your 6 areas which you have to cover, which will cover 20 marks out of 25 marks. And if you have joined CET King books, if you have CET King books, chapter number 18, 19 is more than sufficient for your geometry. Sorry. Chapter number 22 for set theory, 3 questions out of that. Chapter number 25, probability, 2 question. Chapter number 4, 8, 9, 10, 4 chapters, 4 questions, ratios. Fine, 3 chapters, 4 question, percentages, and diamond work. So I wanted to do these questions first, these topic first, then pick up the other topic, which are not that important as compared to these one. Alright. Let's move to the verbal section. Now, after the CMAT exam, if you're taking the CMAT for the first time, I can give you in writing. Most of the people are shocked to see so many questions based on reading. So I'm telling you now only that you'll start with the paper. First question, a passage. A squat RC is a short RC. Fine. Squat word is given by a CET King to this term, which is now commonly used by the other coaching institute as well. But squat RC is basically a short RC. It's not a complete RC. It's just a paragraph. Fine. So first question, paragraph. Second question, third question. 12 questions will be there, which are based on paragraph, and 4 to 5 critical reasoning, which are again the same size questions. So probably around 16 questions out of 25, which is 2/3 of the paper, is going to be based on these two things. Yep, so this becomes your most important part, followed by your vocab or fill in the blanks, which is your second most important area. Apart from that, everything else one question, FIJ, parajumbers, grammar. So this squat RC and critical reasoning is your main area of focus. And again, this is a homework. So squat RC is critical reasoning, fill in the blanks. These are the 3 things which I want you to cover in the next few days. If you joined CET King, then chapter number 3, one chapter of your book will give you 9 questions right. Fine. Now this is which is a starking difference between maths and English. That English, the depth is there, but the width is not there. So there are very few topics which will cover up everything. So one chapter of CET King book, verbal book, will cover up 9 questions. Now I'm talking here about the basic book, the first set of books you have got. Fine. Chapter number 3 from that book. Chapter number 24, reasoning book, again 6 questions. So these two combine 15, 16 questions. Chapter number 2 will cover your fill in the blanks and grammar. So 20 questions out of 25 are from these 3 chapters. Yeah, so please stop doing whatever you're doing and work on these things first. Alright, now logic, again, everything is possible. You can, if you see a long list of questions here, so anything and everything will come, but obviously there will be some areas which are more commonly coming. Fine. So traditional logic, symbol notation, series, coding, decoding, relation, analogies, all these things, total 8 questions. So CET King books, chapter 1 to 5, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15. So probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chapters will cover up 8 questions. Followed by logical puzzles, 6 questions, 5 to 6 questions on logical puzzles. Find chapter number 6, 16, and 17. You have to do them. Yep. So basically 10 chapters are giving you 8 questions, but these 3 chapters are giving you 5 questions. Obviously do them first. Followed by deduction, which is the chapter number 10, 11 from the book. Again 4 questions, 3 to 4 questions. Cubes and calendar, 3 to 4 questions again. Critical reasoning used to be part of logic section earlier, but now it's a move to verbal section, so I'm removing it here. Fine. So DS, again 4 questions was in the September CMAT, so do expect DS more in the paper as well. And 1 question on visual reasoning. Visual reasoning is very simple, so you don't need to worry about that. Alright, last is a verbal GK section, again one of the scariest section for most of the people. So again, there are a huge variety of questions, but if you have joined CET King, alright, the important wise events and locations. Nasik is famous for your Kumbh Mela, current affairs, personality based, organization based. These are the 4 main areas which I wanted to work on first. Fine. If you have joined CET King, in the last few days I'll recommend you only 3 things. Number 1 is current affairs. If you log on to CET King site, Month by month, there are 100 questions. 100 questions for Jan 2013, 100 questions for Feb 2013. So month by month, 100 questions are there. So please go through those 100 questions of last 2 years. Yes, last 2 years from now. Fine. Number one is current affairs, because there will be a lot of questions which are based on current affairs. Number two is GK Prepathon. Prepathon, PREP Prepathon. If you have joined online mock engineering program from CET King, we have a 40 days program. Yeah. So now 20 days remaining, so 2 sessions a day will be more than sufficient. For example, we have a Prepathon 40-day program is like every day we do one topic. Books and author is one of the topic which we cover in the program. So what I mean by books and author, that there will be 3 questions in your CMAT paper which are based on books. So I want you to work on that. Yeah, so that will be covered there. Number 3 is a GK marathon handbook. Again, if you join the classroom program as well, the GK marathon handbook will be solved in class in your CMAT workshop. Fine, GK marathon book. Otherwise, the PPTs are available online, so please go through that PPTs online. They'll cover up a lot of things as well. Sorry. All right. So that cover up these 3 things are more than sufficient to cover up. Number 4, CET King books. If you've got CET King book, then you can do the static GK from there. Please don't do the current affairs GK from that book, because that book might get a little outdated by the time the CMAT this year CMAT is coming. Fine. So please, but the static GK remains same. Your science, politics, history, all these topics are covered in the book. Fine. Especially the front few pages of the book. Alright, so that kind of a cover almost everything for the GK point of view. Fine. So if you have any queries, if you want to join us or any kind of queries, please go to cetking.com. All corners of this number 9205000380. We'll be there to help you out. Alright. All the best. Thank you.